Hey YouTubers, Steven here. A couple of people asked me to do a review on the Bru-mix Pale Ale that I made, so I'm going to do that now. And I'm also going to make a batch of beer today. It's going to be a ginger pale ale with Bru-mix Pale Ale mix that I made in my last video. Like I mentioned before, it's an inexpensive extract kit and it makes a pretty good product. And I'm going to show this now. Good hiss, a little smoke. And I'll pour it so it's got some head. Lots of carbonation. It's a nice color. Now, I'm not a beer connoisseur by any means, so I can't pick apart the flavors. I mean, I can taste the citrus flavors and what I think are the hops in an IPA, but so as far as beer reviews go, this one's probably going to be pretty lame, but I think most people just wanted to see, you know, the carbonation, the head, what it looks like. So smells like beer. Oh, and in true maritime fashion, sociable. It's good. Very good. So, my plan with this beer today is I'm going to use just below 1.5 pounds of ginger root. I'm going to chop it up and then I'm going to simmer it for probably about 20 minutes or so, and then I'm going to add my dextrose and my extract, and I'll ferment it that way. I did make a batch of ginger beer at one time that I found online. I really liked it, but I made several mistakes with it. I put too much sugar in it. The recipe actually called for too much sugar. I peeled the ginger root instead of leaving the skin on it, so I don't know if that made a difference or not, but my bottles were over carbonated, so when you opened them they were little mini bottle bombs. So learn from my mistakes and you know, from brewing beer, things I've read online, and I wanted to make another batch of ginger beer, but wasn't sure if I wanted to do that recipe over again. And then I saw a video on BrewTube UK where he used dried malt extract, and it got me thinking, what if I was to use a pale ale, like I'm drinking now, and boiled some ginger in with, before I added the extract for the wort. Now, I'm not sure how much starch is in ginger root, but being a root, I figure similar to potatoes, it's probably got some starches, and if I simmer it warm enough, maybe 160 Fahrenheit, I might be able to get some of those starches out and convert them to sugar, and it might make for a pretty good drink. So come along with me and let's make some beer. Okay, so I've washed all my ginger root. Now I'm just going to dice it up. Just coarsely chop it. I got my water warming up on the stove. Oh, does this ginger root ever smell good? The only thing I haven't debated on is if I should leave the ginger root ferment in the carboy with everything else, or if I should just leave it plain. So once I get this all coarsely chopped up, check the water temperature, and then we'll look at adding it in. And I figure we'll let it simmer for probably about, I don't know, 20 minutes to half an hour, and we'll go from there. Okay, so we're going to check our temperature of the water here. I'm just using a candy thermometer. I don't have a digital thermometer, but it could be something on my wish list down the road. Would be nice to have since it's instantaneous. And our water temperature is now hitting 75 Celsius, which is about 175 Fahrenheit. So that's where we want it. I think that's going to be a good temperature. I'm going to put all the ginger root in here. Try not to burn myself with the splashing. Yeah, I'm just going to let that simmer for probably about 20 minutes or so, and then we'll strain it off and I'll add the extract. Alright, we're back. I got everything going good here. Take the pot cover off. Set it over here. My dextrose. Cut her open. Pour it in with all the ginger. And I am truly making this as I go. I didn't see this as a recipe online anywhere. Get my sanitized spoon, mix up the dextrose so it doesn't burn on the bottom. Definitely going to have to get myself one of those propane burners. We can't seem to find one around here locally, other than if I buy one with the pot kit, and I really don't need a pot kit because I already have a pot. But if I can find one cheap around, I'll definitely have to get one, because this stove takes a really long time to heat this pot up. I've got approximately 3 to 4 gallons of water in here, so that's why it took a while. If I can find my can opener. It's right in front of me. I've had the extract sitting in a pot of really hot water for probably about the last 20 minutes. I'm just going to pour that in there. And the downfall to using extract is it is messy. I've got a kettle of hot water here that I boiled so I can get the rest of the extract out, just like I did in my previous video. But that's it for a minute. Turn off the element and we'll give this a stir so the extract isn't burning on the bottom. And I think for this recipe I'm actually going to boil this for 15 minutes like the instructions said. And if you could only smell how good this is with all this ginger in here, oh my, oh my, oh my. If they only made smell-o-vision. And oven glove. Unfortunately, I only have one oven glove, not two. Alright, perfect. Give it another quick stir. Oh, the wort and the ginger. My heavens. Does that ever smell wonderful? Alright, put the lid back on. And we'll see you shortly.